Mr. James Metzel Jr. on the Navy.
Good morning. I want to start by saying that it is an honor and a privilege to be here in front of you today. And I want to thank Mr. Newberry for reaching out and for the opportunity. When I was asked to do this speech, I was asked to give little snippets of my life, who I was before, and the challenges I faced throughout my career. You see, 13 years ago was the last time I stood in this school with my dad. I sat there as he was told that I'm a natural leader, that I have all the potential in the world, but I choose to not live up to it. I choose to be a distraction, disrespectful, and a hindrance to those that are trying to learn around me. I was expelled from Lakes Community High School that day. Now, don't worry, I made it back. I walked the stage, I graduated, it's all good, all right? But that instance in my life set me on a different path that I am so thankful and so grateful for. You see, at the time, I thought that I could outthink everybody and I could outthink life. That's when I realized that there is no pattern to life. There is no cheat sheet. There is no instruction manual that says, if this happens, turn to page 3 and do this. If this happens, turn to page 6 and do this. So at that moment, I decided to continue to live my life with love and passion and let my heart guide me through this world. See, love and passion is huge in the military. We take people from all over the country, all over the world, we bring them together. We use love and passion to drive home mission accomplishment, brotherhood, sisterhood, our core values, and our morals. Now, I'm not telling you to stop thinking throughout your life. You need to, but don't overthink. Don't overanalyze. How many times do we sit a day and think about past decisions, current situations, and future opportunities? We cannot overthink those. We need to let our heart guide us through this journey. And that's not going to be easy. Because when you go out with an open heart and you look for nothing but good in this world, you're going to find some bad. And it's going to hurt more when you do it with an open heart. My first experience of this was when I was in Iraq at 19. My wife was 8 months pregnant at the time with our first son. I was about to push out on patrol, and I was able to make a phone call home. In that 2-minute phone call, let me tell you, she proceeded to tell me how she was just ready to be done with the pregnancy. She just wanted the baby out already. And I did what I thought any good husband in that moment would do. I made some crap up, all right? I said, an angel has to get his wings before a child can be born. That's my mom laughing. Fast forward 1 month, December 21st, out on patrol, Lance Corporal T.J. Riley, who grew up in Chicago, Illinois, was killed. Now, what they don't tell you and show you in the movies is that when that happens, you have to clean the blood from their gear and from their weapon. So there I was, wiping blood from his gear and tears from my face, when I got informed that I needed to go see my company first sergeant. When I went and saw him, he informed me that I had a beautiful baby boy. You see, my son was born on the same exact day that T.J. Riley was taken from this world. I couldn't think my way through that situation. I had to open my heart and feel that. All the pain, all the sadness, the anger, the happiness, the joy, the pride of being a father. I had to feel that, and I had to rely on the brotherhood that the military had given me in that moment in time to make it through. So please continue to live your life with an open heart. About a month later in Iraq, I had an extremely amazing opportunity. See, the Taliban had taken over a school and locked it up because they didn't want young ladies to go to get an education. So we put a whooping on the Taliban, we pushed them out, and my squad was tasked with cutting open the locks and reopening the school, delivering books, papers, and pencils to the kids, and standing security on day one. I remember being surrounded by hundreds of kids just smiling, happy to be there. 5 books to 1 kid, 1 pencil to 3. See, had I let what happened to TJ shape my heart and close it off, I wouldn't have been able to fully embrace that beautiful moment that I was in at that time. Don't let those things dictate and shut your heart to the world. There are so many beautiful things out there. The next lesson I want to get through to you is about not quitting. Prior to leaving for the Marine Corps, I was at a bar in OIF 1 and OIF 2 in the Army. How on one of his missions, his spotter was killed. When he called for extract, he got denied, so he had to carry his spotter's body in their pack 5 miles back to base. When I asked him how he did it, he told me he continued to tell himself, continue to push one more step. Fast forward a little bit, and it turns out that he got out of the service, was feeling sick, went in for a checkup. He was diagnosed with cancer. Through chemo, he lost the use of his eyes. His spine became weak and he could no longer walk. They told him he would never have children. When I met that man, he was standing in front of me on his own 2 legs. He wore sunglasses because he regained his vision and his eyes were sensitive to the light. He had one of the most beautiful daughters I had ever seen. He said through all the rehab, he just continued to tell himself, continue to push one more step. Now I don't remember that individual's name, and I've never seen him again. But if I could, I would tell him how impactful and influential that story was to my life. Because I knew if a man could go through something as extraordinary as that I can make it through boot camp that millions of people had. That I can make it through Iraq and Afghanistan that thousands of people had. 1,000 people are going through way worse than we are on a day-to-day basis, and they're doing it with a smile on their face. Those ups and downs are met with an open heart and love and passion. He only makes it through those ups and downs by continuing to push one more step. Those ups and downs that we are going to face in this world, that's what makes our story worth telling. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a note as I need to get off the stage. All right? 16 years. You've taken care of me. You've taken me in. You've helped me through this world. And you've always been there no matter what, good or bad in my life. Thank you for what you've done for me and what you do for my children. To my kids, Anthony and Dominic, thank you for always being the reason I smile. Every day, no matter what I'm going through, I think about you two, or I give you guys a phone call, and you guys make me just laugh my butt off. Thank you very much. To my wife, Nicole, you've had the hardest job than anybody. For 16 years, you put up with me. This school couldn't make it through 3 before they expelled me, all right? You work a full-time job, you go to school full-time, you work as a crisis counselor, on call, and you take care of our 2 children. I wish I could outwork you. I understand that my words and my actions don't always display how I truly feel. And I'm sorry for that. Thank you for everything. And last but not least, I want to thank the people that embody what living with love and passion means. And that's the Lakes community staff that's here today. See, I had Mr. Onstad as a teacher and as a wrestling coach. He called me on my stuff every day. I had Mr. Rollins as well. He never let me get away with anything. I had Mr. Newberry, who gave me detentions and suspensions like it was cool. But they never gave up on me. And they never let me give up on myself. See, these people went to school to learn and bust their butt so they could come back here and pour love and passion into every lesson and to each and every one of you.